We live in a world of haves and have-nots. That's life. But we also live in a world of everyone wants something for nothing, and they want to be classified in some category so you can put on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. I get it. That's life. But in the soccer world, it's frustrating because we complicate things because everyone wants to be classified as something special. And when I was a kid and I was playing for the Paradise Valley Rec something, I was like 5th or 6th flight. I got it. Okay, I'm 5th or 6th. I aspire to be playing in first division. And I changed teams and I went on a traveling team called the Shamrocks, and then we were in the first flight. So we played the top teams in Arizona and we competed in state cup and whatnot. Very simple. One state champion, one flight, everything was simple. But then we decided to change league status and we created I believe it was called Elite. I'm probably wrong on the name, but it was called, say, Elite. So you had first, second, third, fourth flight, so on. But then above first flight, you had Elite. They were elite status. They got special treatment, special referees, all this stuff. They were trying to make it better. And it didn't. It just complicated things. And then the second flight teams became first flight. But you know what? They wanted more. They wanted to be part of Elite. But they weren't good enough to be Elite. So they created Elite Division 1 and 2. So you had more elite teams. So they could say, we're elite. You know, isn't that awesome? We're elite. But then the elite first flight teams were like, this is not good enough for us. So AYSA got smart and created the State League. You can be part of the State League, the most premier league of them all. So the elite teams went to State League, and then, that league folded, the VYSL. And then they had State League. So just the top teams of state. And then they had Open League. So it's more open, more friendly. So they're open to competing. But they were flighted, the Open League 1, 2, and so on and so forth. But they had State League. Everyone wanted to be part of State League. But State League was only like the top 6 teams got to play each other. And then, of course, it was a problem because the Open League teams, it became too wreckish and they want to be called State. So they created State League 2. State League 1, State League 2, and guess what? The State League 1 teams are like, nah, this is not good enough. So they created Regional League, and then you're competing with other states, and you're competing against their best teams. And then guess what? They created Regional League Division 1 and Division 2. They're always propelling mediocrity coming up, but they had to be affiliated. Even if they're not good enough, they had to be affiliated. And then that wasn't good enough. Oh yeah, you got Regional League? We got National League. So they created National League. And then National Championships came up. U.S. Club did National Championships, and guess what? They had National Championships, Division 1 and Division 2, because the have-nots could have, and then the haves can say, hey, we won the national title, but the have-nots claim they won the national title. That's not fair. So we're going to create the super ridiculous World Cup League. I don't know. It's not going to end. Everyone has to be classified into something. Back when I was growing up, it was simple. There was 1 through 10 or whatever, but there's only 1, and 1 meant number 1, and that's all it needed. You didn't have to change the number to a name. We used to have 1 state champion. Well, we don't. We have President's Cup. We have all these fake championships. Oh, you get to go regionals too. How stupid. Just 1 state champion. I'm sorry, there's only 1 winner. And, I'd love to give participation trophies and all these B and C, D club tournament, fake state cups and stuff. It's just fake. And then there's multiple national titles. When I grew up, there was only 1. But that's the world we live in. And guess what, all you newbie parents? They're going to create another one and another one because they're constantly selling, hey, we have this, because everyone's trying to get a piece of the pie. And if they can convince the piece of the pie that's average, that you're not average, you'll pay for that. Well, let me tell you something. All of you, you're not good enough. And the only way you can get better is you train at home and get better. Put in more time than the others. That's how you get better. And stop looking for names and identity to be in some class that it will make you feel good. Because when it comes down to it, when you try to play college or pro or national team, guess what? They're going to be honest and going to make real decisions. If you can't trap the ball, if you can't handle the ball under pressure and get out of it, you're not going to make it. It doesn't matter what they call you. Your resume means nothing. It's what you can do now on the field right now and be able to think. Goodbye, my friends.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.